and welcome to my book night.
We are monsters. We give and we take.
For those that are near and dear, the name's Rainy. I read all types of books, primarily fantasy romance, so if you're interested in that, please like and subscribe to my channel down below. Today's video is a little late beginning in March, but we're doing my end of February wrap-up / tier ranking, and I'm just gonna say, I had my Get a Clue readathon last month, right, that I hosted, and I thought I was gonna read a crap ton of books, and alas, that did not happen. Why? I kind of hit the biggest reading slump of my life, and then I realized a pattern that every February I have one of the worst reading months of my life. And I don't know why. I literally can't tell you why that it happens. But it's happened the last 3 Februaries as I've looked at my old spreadsheets. And so it's a little unfortunate because I only read 6 books. Yeah, 6. So it's going to be pretty short and sweet this month as to what we talk about in this tier ranking. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. And it was an interesting time. That's what I've got to say. There were some duds, there were some highs, there were some lows, there was everything in between. So with that being said, let's have a talk. By first talking about my data for February, I will timestamp it, of course, if you want to skip it, but I love a good nerdy data moment. And then we'll go over to my tier ranking thing, and we'll just do what we do. We'll do what we do, month after month, time after time, right? Okay. Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. Okay, let's actually get down to business. Okay, so I'm pulling my stats up on my phone. Make sure that I pull them up on my telephone. Okay, so as far as February, I read 6 books, like I said, for a total of 2,451 pages and a total of 27.07 hours listened. My average rating was a 3.8, which is not terrible. I acquired 10 books in February, which is not that bad. It was mostly my book subscription boxes. I didn't get any library books. I did 0 rereads. I DNF'd 1 book. I started 2 series, and I had 3 diverse reads. Then, when we actually get to ratings, I had 1 DNF, 1 2-star, 1 3-star, 1 3.5 star, 1 4-star, 1 4.5 star, and 1 5-star. So like I said, my ratings were all over the map this month. The genres were 1 contemporary, 3 horror, and 3 romantasy. I was in my horror bag in February. I don't even really know why. For diversity, I had 3 diverse reads, 3 were LGBTQ plus rep, and 1 was own voice, so the percent diverse was 50%, which honestly, I'm pretty happy with. Like, half of it was diverse. The format was 1 manga and 6 novels. The source was 1 physical and 6 a mixture of immersion reading, as always. The audience was 4 adult and 3 YA. I acquired 1 from a book box, 4 from a bookstore, and 1 from KU. For authors, 2 were their debut novels. 1 was a new to me author and 4 I had read from before. For series, 3 were part of a series and 4 were standalones. And the last thing we're going to talk about is the books that I actually read in order of rankings. Not necessarily in order of like rankings, like if I had 2 5-star books, like whichever one I say first does not mean that I liked the other one better, but I'm just gonna put them in order really quickly of what I rated each thing. Witchcraft for Wayward Girls, DNF'd at 30%. The Dagger in the Forbidden Air, 2 stars. The Promised Neverland Volume 2, 3 stars. Reckless, 3.5 stars. Guild, 4 stars. Ace of Spades, 4.5 stars. And The Favorites, 5 stars. So now that we've shown all the rankings, let's go over to a little tier ranking moment. All right, friends. So, like I said, I don't have a lot of books to talk about this month, but it's okay. Let's go really quickly through the rating system. I use the same exact one every single month, and it's Friends themed, Friends coded, obviously. So we have our top tier, which is He's Her Lobster, which obviously that's like the creme de la creme, the ones that are like my babies, my golden ones, like the ones that I will go to the grave with saying that they are fantastic. Then we have What's Not to Like? Custard, good. Jam, good. Meat, good. This is like when Rachel makes a trifle, like she makes a recipe and accidentally like combines 2 recipes together. And it's like, yeah, what's not to like about these books? Like, they're good. They're a fun time. Like, they may be a little unhinged. They may be a little weird. They may be a little out there, but they're still really good. Then we have, of course, the iconic Smelly Cat, Smelly Cat. What are they feeding you? It's like, you want to love it. There's something wrong with it. It's a smelly cat, okay? Like, you can't take it too seriously. It's just all right. Then we have I Wish I Could, but I Don't Want To. I wish I could like this book. I just don't care. I don't actually wish that I could like this book. It just didn't hit for me, you know? And then we have Oh My God. This book is trash. Burn it. Go to the wayside. Not good, right? Okay, so let's just dive in with Ace of Spades. And I will say, I am not going to say a lot about this book because I have a video coming out for it soon, a secret project. I'm just going to put it somewhere. And if I was going to put it somewhere, I would put it in What's Not to Like. I thought it was a very good book. I have found my little niche area of like YA thrillers and horrors that I appreciate because I obviously read A Good Girl's Guide to Murder last month and absolutely ate that shit up. And then I read Ace of Spades and also really enjoyed it. Yeah, so I just like books like this. And then I've read Weight of Blood by Tiffany D. Jackson. I really like good dark academia, like I like this type of setting, okay? A school setting. It works for me. It works for me in YA. It works for me in adult. It works for me all around. Then we have The Dagger and the Forbidden Air, which was my Patreon's book club selection for March and April. And this is, I wish I could, but I don't want to. It was not complete garbage, but it was not good, okay? It was very cringe writing. It did itself such an injustice by comparing it to ACOTAR and Sarah J. Maas. Like, that is not even a little bit what this book is reminiscent of. And it just did some things that, I just can't get behind. Like having a random thing in the middle of the desert when they're supposed to be upset and like trying to get back home to their families to like take time and smoke weed. It just went awry, I fear. It just went awry. Then we have Guild by Raven Kennedy, and I'm going to put this in What's Not to Like. I really liked this. Like, not a lot actually happened in it, and it kind of was like a journey book, which is interesting that I gave it a 4, considering I don't love journey books. I did like this. The reason that I didn't get a 5 for me is because there's way too much sexual assault on page, and I don't even necessarily think that all of it needs to be in there. It's a very dark, very graphic, book. And I really liked the book, as in like I like the character and I can tell that she's going to have a really great character arc and that you're going to like get to continue to see her grow and mature and like, just I know it's going to have a good character arc. And I'm interested in seeing how it continues, the love interest and all that sort of stuff. There was just a couple of dark topics I don't necessarily think were handled the best, but I still am excited to continue on in the series. Then we have The Favorites by Lane Fargo. And honestly, I'm going to put in Heather Lobster. No, that's the category. I ate this shit up. I just did. It had so much of my favorite stuff. Like, I love contemporary literary fiction books that have to do with like an interview or have to do with like a person sharing their expose or the memoir of their lives, right? Think like Daisy Jones and the Six, think Evelyn Hugo, like, and which these books, it basically feels like a Taylor Jenkins Reid book, like a couple of them combined, which I'm not going to complain about. But it was like ice skating drama, kind of like a telenovela type deal. And I was just living for it. There were twists, there were turns, there were things that shocked me. And overall, I just had the best time with this. And it had a full cast audio. It was just the moment. Okay. It was the moment. And everybody needs to read this book. And it is our March book club selection for my Tortured Readers book club that I host with Katie from Would Rather Be Reading. And so I really hope that all of you read this because it is spectacular. Then we had Reckless by Lauren Roberts, and I'm putting it in Smelly Cat because it didn't have the magic that Powerless had for me. Now, is Powerless a good or well-written book? No. Is Reckless a better written book? Yes. But are all the same plot issues and holes that happened in book 1 still very prevalent in book 2? Yes. Does anything really happen in book 2? Ultimately, no. Not really. I mean, there's still banter and stuff, and she obviously still knows how to write banter and whatnot, but like literally nothing happens for like 350 pages. Like, I don't really understand what the point of book 2 was. It felt very filler to me. And for that, I can't rate it higher than this. We have The Promised Neverland Volume 2, and I just get it in Smelly Cat. It was just all right. It was kind of mid for me, which is unfortunate because the first book was 5 stars. I don't know if it was just because I wasn't really in the mood for manga. I thought I was going to be, and then I wasn't as I was reading it, and maybe I would have appreciated it more had I not read it at the time that I tried to read it at. But alas, I did. I can't. If I could turn back time, being Jack from what is that, Will and Grace, then I would find a way. But I'm not going to find a way right now, so. So very sorry for that. Now we have Witchcraft for Wayward Girls, and I'm only going to put it in Grady Hendrix, or in Oh My God, even though I don't necessarily want to, because I was really liking this book, and that is shocking for me. I am not a Grady Hendrix girly, okay? I don't really like Grady Hendrix. I was really liking this book, and then it went a little too satanical for me, which, I mean, it makes sense. It was really going into the witchcraft of, like, the evil side of witchcraftry, and I should have probably seen that coming. Like, even the gory birth stuff wasn't really bothering me that much, but there was just some stuff that went on that I couldn't really stand behind in my faith, and I just felt Like, I was being told to put the book down. And I did check spoilers to see if it was worth it for me to continue, and no, it wasn't. It wasn't. And so I am sad because I really was enjoying a Grady Hendrix book for once in my life, and unfortunately, I had to get rid of it. So it didn't go that well again. And I really should stop picking up his books, but I probably won't. And so that's my little tier ranking. Like I said, it's not very long. It's short and sweet to the point. I did have some good ones, and I had some duds as well. Take a picture of the one that's probably from Smelly Cat Up. Really, what's not to like in Up? But I feel like Reckless and The Promised Neverland are still good. They just weren't my cup of tea. But I would stay clear of the other 2 books. All right, back to ending video rainy. And that's all the books that I read in February. Like I said, it was not a great month reading-wise. The slump has really taken over my life, and I'm only just now starting to dig my way out of it. Like, I read a 5-star book, and I'm reading another book that I'm really enjoying, and I'm finally getting out of this slump. It was like a 2.5-week slump. Like, it really struck me down. It hit me down, okay, when I had many plans and things I was going to accomplish. But it is what it is. We're thriving now. We're living our best lives. If you got to the end of this, let's put an ice skating emoji or a skating emoji or something for the favorites, since that was my favorite book I read in February. And let me know in the comments down below what your favorite book was in February, so that I can have more books to add to my TBR. And then, of course, a special shout out to all my patrons in my friends themed Patreon. The fact that people actually support me and financially and love me enough to consider me a favorite creator of theirs is just very, I'm very appreciative of it. And so I just love you all so very much. If you want to join us and get extra content, extra reading sprints, quarterly planning content sessions, monthly long readathons, all these things, you can find information about it underneath this video down below. And with that, my friends, I hope you have a fabulous day, and I will see you in a video very soon.